Alright, this is Meet Me in the Basement. This is the basement. We are the basement boys. You are the basement babies. I'm Donnie.
I'm Glenn, baby.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the basement. It's nice to meet y'all. So,
Y'all.
All of a sudden I'm Theo Vaughn. Shout out Theo. Anyways, so we first off we're just going to tell you what we're all about. Meet Me in the Basement. The reason we named it that, we've been training martial arts together, specifically for mixed martial arts, in my basement for the last 3 years now. 3?
Yeah, right about 3 years.
Yeah, and so we spend a lot of time down here, and I mean, pretty much whenever Glenn's like, hey, I'm here, I'm like, alright, meet me in the basement. Just kind of stuck. So, we're not creeps, that's just where we train. So, another big thing
he's creepy, but...
You weren't supposed to tell them yet. Let them get used to me a little bit before they, like, kind of understand that. So, another thing we want to do, so we have a lot of friends in the music industry and a lot of artist friends, specifically our boy Kyle Blaydes at Reclaim Studios. We're reaching out to him. He's hopefully writing a theme song for us for the podcast. So
great dude, cool. Good friend. You know
Absolutely.
I mean? All the guys at Reclaim are really great guys.
Mm-hmm.
I would check them out too, honestly. Shout out to Reclaim, because they're great producers, great studio they got there. Yep. So good friends of ours. Yeah, you can go to SoundCloud.com actually and look up Kyle Reclaim. Some of his music will come up. You'll be able to check it out a little bit, see what he's all about. So yeah, so basically, we're a MMA podcast for the main part, but we also want to show off a lot of what like the local community is doing. Yeah, we want to showcase music, art, makeup, pretty much anything that we can. You know what I mean? We want you guys to be as involved with us as we are in this thing, and we love doing this. You know what I mean? This is something that we want to build, and we can build it together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Showcase a lot of your guys' talents, and let us experience it too. You know what I mean? Donnie knows the email. He's going to give you the email, and you guys can send us all of your information.
Absolutely. Anything
that you want to just say what's up to us. You want to make a comment on anything. You know what I mean? Send us your stuff, please.
Yeah, we'd love to include you, seriously. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is send an email to MMITBpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's MMITBpodcast@gmail.com. Send it to us. We got all the time in the world. We'll watch your stuff. We'll check it out. Go right on the video, as long as we have your permission, obviously. We're not going to just be posting everything we see.
Yeah, of course.
So it'll be a little bad. Get demonetized before we're even monetized.
I know.
Imagine. It's not too far out with the way YouTube's been, but, you know.
Really, what we just want you guys to have as much fun with this as we do. Because we're just two friends that train martial arts, that love talking shit, and punching each other in the face, basically.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's we have fun with it, and we want to showcase also a lot of our talent as well. You know what I mean? We want to do demonstration videos for you guys, show a little bit of the skills that we've acquired, and maybe help you guys along the way if we're any MMA fans.
Definitely. And if you're wondering if you can take us seriously, we got a perfect solution for you. Like and subscribe right now. When we get to 75 subscribers on YouTube, we're going to go live on Facebook and spar with each other.
Yep.
So you guys get to literally watch us in real time, beat the hell out of each other. Just for shits and gigs, I guess. Why not?
Yeah.
Screw it.
We do it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
might as well get it on camera, get some content in. So help us get to 75 subscribers, and you'll get to see us punch each other in the face, which is really what you're here for, and we have that. So, yeah. And also, we do want to say, it's easy to talk about MMA. We're two kids in a basement. We want you to understand, this is what we do. We've been training at New England Top Team now for a little bit, and you want to talk about this team?
Yeah, I mean, New England Top Team, they're an amazing team full of great martial artists.
Absolutely.
And I mean, they've become a family, really. You know what I mean? It's above friendships at this point. You know what I mean? You're with these people every week. You know what I mean? You're training with each other every week. You know, and we have they've talked so much about our podcast. And wanted to see it. Yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much. You know what I mean? This is something that me and Donnie have wanted to do for a while, and we're glad to be able to do it and have fun with it. And our team, man, they're great people. Our coach Ray Shoddy, he's an amazing martial artist.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Ray. Hopefully, we'll have him on here at one point.
That'd
you guys get to experience, him, a little bit of who he is. You know what I mean? He's our mentor, our friend, our coach, our big brother.
A philosopher.
Yeah,
seriously.
you know what I mean? Serious. He's a great guy, and there's a lot to learn from him.
Seriously. Not just in the martial arts aspect.
No,
he's truly a life coach. Like,
yeah, really. He's a great guy.
Seriously.
Also our coach, our captain,
Shane, that's
Captain
new.
Shane,
yeah, we got to talk about that.
That's new to our team. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. He's helped me and Donnie along the way. Took us under his wing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You want to tell him a little bit about Shane? I mean, what else is there to say? He's amazing.
Were you there the first time that I got to spar with Shane? Were you actually at the gym that day?
I don't know.
Beforehand?
Yeah, maybe before.
Let's talk about that. Okay. So we're not even going kickboxing. It's boxing only, and it's only lead hand work. So I'm going in there. I'm trying to jab. I'm trying to get to him. But every time I even stick my hand out a couple inches, parry, crack, parry, dude, my eye, I could barely see out of it by the end of the sparring session. It was ridiculous. I'm like tearing up.
The dude's talented.
Yeah.
He's talented.
But in that one sparring session, all the work we've been doing in here, we've been slowly getting better. Yeah. That one
Teaching
sparring
ourselves,
session,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. I learned how to parry a punch or parry a jab for the first time.
Yeah.
I kept reaching out with my lead hand because I'm southpaw and they're orthodox, so I'm trying to like reach out. Every time he just slapped my hand down and coming over my own shoulder.
Yeah, it's simple parrying and cross. You know what I mean? And it works every time.
Not even the cross. He was coming with just the lead hook.
Lead hook? Oh,
yeah,
no.
because I'm throwing it out here and he's just slapping it down, going over here.
And then going
the difference with him though, I'm trying to reach out to slap his jab. He's parrying it correctly. He's going with the backhand.
Yeah.
Just a little movement like this, and then it sets up the lead hook. He was cracking me every time, and it took me the full 3-minute round to figure it out, but ever since I realized that, it's absolutely changed my game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And, dude, it's crazy.
He's taught us a lot.
Oh,
he really has. You know what I mean? Him and Ray, they're molding us into really great martial artists.
Yeah.
And we're both forever grateful to them. So, shout out to New England Top Team. If you're ever interested, look them up. They're a great team. We'd love to have you guys, anybody,
Absolutely.
come check us out, man. We have a fun time. We really do.
We absolutely do. And not just Coach Ray and Shane. We got Justin Battle Ready Brookings in there. Kids in there, Mr. Main Event himself, ripping it up. So what's great about our team too, we got some guys like Shane that'll go a little bit harder and really push in. You kind of learn that heart. Then you got guys like Justin, who's just an absolute technical expert. And we're not necessarily, we're not like slamming each other, but
no.
It's very like tricking each other and playing games. It's a lot of fun even. It's fun.
Very technical sparring, you know what I mean? But there's guys that are willing to go a little bit harder with you know what I mean? Because they know what we're trying to accomplish. And at the same time, there's other guys that are there that just, maybe you want to practice your head movement. Maybe you want to, practice just your defense and see what you're capable of. These guys, there's such a diverse amount of people at this gym.
Absolutely.
It's so fun, man.
And it's not just striking either. Like, we didn't even mention, we're a Hops & More RMNU affiliate gym.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu, baby.
Yeah. So, Hops & More is an 8-time world champion. He's the one who set the curriculum. Our coach, Raymond Shoddy, is a black belt under Hops & More directly. That's some pretty awesome credentials right there.
Absolutely.
So, this is a legitimate team that really you should check out if you're thinking about getting into mixed martial arts. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
No, definitely not. I was welcome the second I walked in the door.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And they made me feel like I was better than I was, and they made me feel welcome and very comfortable and happy to be there.
Definitely. So yeah, that's who we are. We had some fights this weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We had some fights. I did not watch the fights. Spoiler alert.
We're starting an MMA podcast. We're filming this week, and kids like, oh yeah, I missed the card. What's up?
Listen, I mean, it was a pick and choose kind of night, and I had a lot to do. All right.
Yeah. I heard it all before. I do laundry every day of the week.
Listen, all right. You accumulate laundry, and it's a nightmare. And I'm just gonna be honest. Anybody that doesn't do laundry on a regular basis, you understand my struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It was enormous, the pile. I mean, it took up half my room. I mean, it really was overwhelming. It took me probably 6-7 hours.
Oh,
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
I
worked really hard on this.
Anyways, though, the fights. So we started off with some controversy, didn't we, with Mr. Max Roshkopf.
Roshkopf.
I know there's a P in that name.
Roshkopf.
Roshkopf. There's a P.
Roshkopf.
I don't know how to say it. Anyways, this kid is a very credentialed wrestler. He looked pretty good in the first round, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure on his credentials beforehand. I know he's 5-0 in another organization, and he's an amazing wrestler. That's all I know coming in, and he definitely looked great in the first round. He was able to take down
Austin Hubbard.
I'm sorry. He was able to take down Austin 4 times?
I think 4.
Yeah, right in the first round. Austin kept getting up. You know what I mean? Austin, he kind of Go ahead.
All right, so basically, Max is winning the first round. Round's over. They go into the second round. Max is just absolutely exhausted. He's going in there, his hands are down, he's slowing down, and Austin is not. Austin is just landing the power right hand, he's landing the lead hooks, he's going to the body.
The kid wasn't ready, okay? He wasn't ready for it.
Yes, Glenn is very strong on the stance that you should be. I mean, he's not wrong. You absolutely should be ready. I mean, second round comes. Let's continue. We're not going to talk about the end result. Let's continue through the fight. He didn't look very good. He got hurt.
He gets hit with a few big shots from Austin. He starts gassing really hard. I think, you know, probably a mix of his UFC debut. He took it on 5 days' notice, so
which is big respect.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the kid. You know what I mean? He
absolutely.
So yeah, he came in 5 days' notice. Probably had no idea what he was dealing with Austin Hubbard. He thought he was going to come in and wrestle the crap out of the guy, and he was going to catch a win. This isn't the kid. You know what I mean? He's got 15 fights. I think most of them are in the UFC. The kid's talented. He's pick and choose with his fights, you know what I mean? He wins some, loses some, but at the same time, he's maintained, you know what I mean? He's been in the UFC, yes. And that's a big thing. Being in the UFC for that long, you got to have at least a little bit of skill there.
Oh, it's absolutely an accomplishment.
The kid, so you don't have to be amazing at one thing, but you have to be really good at everything.
Exactly.
And the kid wasn't. He wasn't ready for the fight, and he choked. And he didn't have the boxing that was necessary. He was landing some alright kicks from what I remember, but it was all Austin Hubbard, really.
Yeah, and let's talk about how the fight ends. So second round's over. They're sitting on the bench. Immediately, Max says to his coaches, "Call it." And the coaches look at him like, "What are you talking about? No, we're in the UFC now. This is your chance. You have to go." How many times did Max tell his coach to call the fight?
He said 9 times. 9 times.
9 times.
Call it. I can't. I'm not ready. I can't do it.
Yeah, he straight up said, "I don't have it anymore."
I don't have it. You know, but it's your first fight in the UFC. You don't have it anymore. You need. I don't. What do you say to that?
There's no real right opinion in that because, I mean, on one side, yeah, before you get into the UFC, you should know whether or not you're going to give up when you face adversity. Not that he gave up, but you should know that. I mean, is it possible for you to get to a point where you're not going to continue for the last round? Or is that in you? You should know that before your UFC fight. On the other side of the coin, however, if you're going in and you got 5 minutes left where you're going to get beat up, who should tell that person, no, you have to because you're here, so you have to go in and take that damage? If you don't have it anymore...
No, absolutely he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I give him credit for even being in there as long as he did, because he got a beating.
Yeah.
He got a beating.
A lot of people would have taken a fall, not thrown the fight, obviously, but let one shot be the shot that ended the night and just cover up. We've seen it a million times.
And you know, who am I to say, because, you know what I mean, like, I'm not in that position.
Exactly.
So like, you know what I mean, who am I to know where he's at, what he's feeling? It's just, to me, I have my opinion, obviously, and I feel like he should have been more prepared. And, I mean, how old is this kid?
He's young, I know that.
He's very young, and you don't have this anymore? What does that mean for your future? Are you going to continue to fight? I mean,
you'll be lucky if the UFC ever calls you again.
But that's the thing, you know what I mean? And maybe if you had gone out on your shield, you might have secured a contract. Yeah. But who knows what's up for you next? I don't know.
Seriously.
If I'd like to see him get some more fights, maybe 5 more fights
at least
in another promotion, and see where he's at then, get his boxing and his kickboxing up. Because right now those stats are low.
Yeah. I mean, the kid had 5 fights. Do you remember the days where you had to be like on a 10-fight win streak to even get the call?
Well, that's the thing. You know what I mean?
Come on, 5 fights.
And even if so if you had like 10 or less, you got put on the Ultimate Fighter, which I know they're not doing right now, but
they should.
From Dana always keeps saying that they're going to, and I hope they do. Cause
I love Tough.
I love the Ultimate Fighter. But, you know what I mean, also the Contender Series, you know what I mean? You see a lot of great talent come from the Contender Series. Mm-hmm. And, you know what I mean, unfortunately sometimes not, and sometimes people end up getting picked up anyway. Speaking
of Contender Series, there was a Contender Series fighter on the fight card last weekend as well, Roosevelt Roberts.
Yes.
How did he do? This one's harsh.
First round submission for Jim Miller.
To be fair, that was a tight armbar. I saw his arm bend.
Very tight. And I mean, very skilled by Jim Miller, who has 32-14 record.
Yeah, which is, not I mean, he's been around forever, but it's still not like the greatest record. You know?
No, you know what I mean. But it's good for him. Being what is he's got to be 42.
He's got to be old. I don't know. I don't know
between 42 and 40, this dude is
he's 55
old.
years old.
Yeah, he might
72.
He's probably about to die. No, honestly, that's not true.
No, he's not. He's healthy.
He's a great guy. He's a great fighter, and good win for him against a young up-and-coming fighter who we really thought was going to secure this win.
Everyone did.
Very surprising. Very surprised that Jim Miller was able to implement a strong game plan right off the bat, and he secured that win first round.
To be fair, Roosevelt Roberts did just have a fight against a guy who we like very much, Brock Weaver. 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it was the fight right after might even have been on 250.
Yeah,
I think it might have been 250.
Yeah, and Brock Weaver's no joke. That guy's an animal.
Yeah.
So to get out of a fight with him, win that fight, and then immediately go and fight a UFC veteran, I mean, props right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you should have done it. Maybe wait a couple extra weeks, but
I mean,
go to Fight Island maybe even.
Well, yeah, I mean, it might have. He probably wants that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
He wants that bag.
Make a name for himself. Be that kid that fights every 2 weeks. You know,
yeah.
It's never a bad look.
No,
I mean, even in losing,
UFC's gonna eat that shit up.
Yeah.
You want to fight 100 times a year? Let's do it. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit.
No, even in losing though, I mean, you got to give the kid respect.
Yeah.
Get in there against a legitimate guy.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Miller's been around since freaking what? UFC 60.
Oh.
Who knows? I don't know, actually.
Before I was watching, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, long before. He had like 30 fights already before I started watching.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for that fight, really. There's not much you can say about a first round submission.
And great for Jim Miller.
So we're gonna move off to my boy, Mr. Josh Emmett, the most underappreciated fighter in 145 pounds right now.
Yes, Mr. Josh Emmett versus Shane Burgos. Great fight.
It was a great fight.
Great fight.
The blatant disrespect that you see from the UFC towards Josh Emmett, clearly they wanted Shane Burgos to win, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, the hype going into it the whole time really was more leaning towards Shane.
Did you see the goddamn post-fight pictures the UFC posted? Shane loses the fight, right? They post a picture of Shane and say granite chin and a couple hashtags, that's about it. And then the next post about the fight, it's, Josh Emmett's in the picture, but he's literally facing away, and the only person whose face is in the picture is, again, Shane Burgos, who just lost the fight! Like, if I'm just scrolling through Instagram and I'm not reading the captions, I think Shane won.
Yeah, you're gonna think that Shane Burgos won that fight.
Dude.
I got a comment that halfway through this fight, Emmet went from an underdog to being an even fight. Yeah, which is good to see. I like to see the respect. That's how well he did in this fight. They both did, an incredible job. Shane Burgos. Shane's by no stretch of the matter a bad fighter. He's extremely awesome. Technical fighter. He kept coming forward. Even like they said, his chin was granite. I mean, Josh hit him with everything, and these are shots that put away Michael Johnson, you know what I mean? Put away serious competitors, and Shane just taking it. Dude, but at the same time, Josh was just beating him up, man. He did a great job, honestly. He pieced him apart. He was very technical. Dropped him twice in the final round. Yeah, dropped him twice. Both hands even, dude. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We were very excited to see that Josh won that fight. I was telling everybody, I don't care if he's the underdog. Emmett is where your money's at. You'll never see a basement bet go against Josh Emmett, I promise you that. No, he's a great fighter, and like Donnie says, he doesn't get enough credit. He doesn't. No. He doesn't get enough credit, and I don't know why. It's strange to me, because every fight I've seen has been exciting by him, even the ones he's lost. You know what I mean? So seriously. You know what? And the worst loss he had was Jeremy Stevens, who illegally kneed him in the head when he was on the ground. Yeah. He, by all rights, should have just said, no, I can't continue. You just concussed me with an illegal move. No, but he's a beast. Yeah. He shouldn't... And he took a fat elbow for it, which, dude, you know how bad he got his face fucked up from that? Yeah, I remember. He had like 19 surgeries or some shit like that, dude. Christ. He broke a bunch of bones in his freaking face. And he came back and knocked Michael Johnson out. Oh, yeah. Honestly, in a situation like that, though, how do you feel about this? Should the referee ask the fighter if he can continue? Because he's competing in the UFC. He's going to say yes, unless you're Diego Sanchez. He's going to say yes. Yeah. He's going to say, of course I want to continue fighting. Shouldn't be up to him. No. Look at him. If he's rocked at all, fight's over. DQ. See, at least a no contest. Yeah, dude. If you could tell that the fighter is seriously injured, and I feel like there should be better tests
Yeah.
For what they're gonna, you know what I mean? Like they don't really test. They shine a light in their eye, say, hey, they look good. See you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there should be more to this. These guys are getting hit every single freaking fight hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't know the brain damage that they're taking. You know what I mean? Like you see football fighters that
football
players that they get CTE. You know what I mean? What about what about fighters? You know what I mean? It's just as dangerous for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We know plenty of people that are 30 years old walking around talking like they're drunk all the time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just punch drunk.
Yeah.
And it's a sad thing to see, and I don't want to see it for fighters. You know what I mean? And especially getting hit so hard that you don't even know where the fuck you are, and then expecting you to go and fight another 5 minutes.
Yeah. So I mean, a little crazy, but I mean that's neither here nor there. That was the last fight.
Yeah.
Either way, Josh Emmett, put some respect on his goddamn name.
I mean, we have been. You should be.
Yes.
Everyone should be. Shout out to Josh Emmett.
Yes. There are 2 people at 145 that I see making title runs within the next year. And I don't mean like starting in 2021, within the next 365 days.
Yep.
I think it's Josh Emmett and it's Calvin Kattar.
Shout out to Calvin Kattar.
We're not going to vote against Calvin Kattar fucking ever. Fucking hometown hero, Media
boy.
Valley,
It's our
New
boy.
England Cartel. Come
It's our
on,
boy.
are you kidding me? But, either way, I want to see those 2 guys get title shots this year.
Yeah. Even I would love to see them fight each other. That'd be a killer fight.
I don't want to see that until at least Calvin's gotten the title shot. Like, imagine Calvin becomes champion, and then Josh is the guy who challenges him for the first defense.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
Oh, fireworks, baby, fireworks. Absolutely.
Even vice versa. I mean, either way, it would be fantastic.
Yeah, Calvin's on a little bit more of a fast
Yeah,
track,
I mean,
though, if you ask me.
Calvin's right there. I'd say 2 fights, and he's probably going to be the title challenger.
Yeah. Speaking of title challenges, you see Curtis Blaydes wants the title shot off of his last performance?
Yeah, that's shit.
The main event? Oh my god, so let's talk about this. So first off, he comes out like a bat out of hell, looking amazing with the takedowns. First 10 seconds of the fight, he gets Volkov down on the ground and keeps him there. And it's like that for the first 3 rounds. There's really not much else you can say. He takes him down and stays on top of him. Which, yeah, is great skill, but I mean, it is what it is. You'd think that Volkov would want to fight when he gets back to his feet, wouldn't ya? Wouldn't ya? I'm watching this, and I don't have anything against Curtis Blaydes, but when you see Curtis was gassed in the 4th round. He was winning the fight, and he clearly kind of looked like he wanted out of there.
Yeah.
Literally, so he goes to shoot, Volkov stuffs it. Finally, he starts stuffing the takedowns. And then they are in range. Glenn, look at me. They are this close. He is this close to Curtis Blaydes, and he's got this excellent boxing. Doesn't even touch him. He just stares at him. He just, I get you're tired, man. You just spent 15 minutes on your back. Swing.
I don't even think it was tired. Maybe it was nerves. You know what I mean? Maybe,
I don't care, man.
He just realized that he just got ground and pounded for 4 rounds.
Yeah, but now you're given the opportunity to put Curtis Blaydes away. Fuck the last 15 minutes.
But look at his performance against like Derek Lewis. You know what I mean?
Shit,
Like
yeah.
once he gets like flustered, then he just kind of like sits there and does nothing, and then that gives the other fighter the opportunity to,
I was screaming
get him.
on TV,
You know what I mean?
I was screaming. It was not funny.
Yeah, I mean that's Curtis Blaydes doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me.
He's coming out talking all this shit, and then you give up after the 3rd round when you're winning?
He's not beating Stipe. He's not beating Stipe.
No.
He's not beating DC.
Nope.
And those 2 are just probably going to retire after they fight each other anyway.
Exactly.
I see maybe another fight after if Stipe beats DC. I see one more fight and then he's done.
For Stipe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's Francis.
100%. It's undeniable. It's Francis.
Who is going to beat Francis at heavyweight right now?
We're going to see Curtis Blaydes versus Francis 3?
It's not happening.
When not Derek Lewis, when Curtis Blaydes lost both of the last fights?
It's not happening.
You're not selling me on that fight after that.
No, it's not happening. And,
No.
and honestly, he would do great in Bellator.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
He would.
Yeah, he'd probably be a champ.
Yeah,
Beat
honestly.
Ryan Bader.
Dude, I could see it, because isn't that what Ryan Bader's thing is, too? Freaking ground and pound?
Kind
Take
of.
it down,
I
ground
mean,
and
he's
pound?
a striker, too. He's kind of just like a well-rounded guy. He does a little bit of everything. I think his wrestling background is where he started.
Yeah.
But Bellator's... There's guys I follow in Bellator, Patricio Pitbull, Michael Chandler, Monarch Coletta, but I'm not
Not many.
Yeah, I'm not die-hard Bellator, freaking Scott Coker.
Yeah. You're mainly going to find us talking about UFC.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about one championship and whatnot, but...
Yeah, we like one.
Yeah, I mean, especially MMA Shredded's over there now. Jeff Chan, I love that dude.
Yeah, Jeff Chan's the man. Check him out, too, dude.
Yeah.
Jeff Chan, shout out.
MMA Shredded on YouTube. Dude, when we were just training in the basement and the drills that I used to come up with,
Yeah.
I didn't come up with shit.
Yeah.
Jeff did it all.
Oh, yeah.
I freaking was like, Oh, yo, I just thought of this
thing. Oh, that's sick. I'm gonna do that.
yeah, I totally on my own just thought of this. But no, he's great, and he's fighting in one now, and that's a guy that I really want to. I think he's at 135. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's a smaller guy. So.
He's tall, but he's real lean.
Yeah.
Dude, he's crazy. He's absolutely insane.
Great fighter, great fighter. Check him out too. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the fights this weekend. There's another card this week.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the card now. Why don't you start telling me about it?
Yeah.
About the main event.
The main event is Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker. Two of our favorite fighters.
DP baby.
We love Dustin Poirier,
yes,
dude. Shout out, dude.
He's
an amazing fighter, one of our favorites. I'm also a big fan of Dan Hooker, City Kickboxing.
Yes, sir.
Trains with Israel Adesanya and the now featherweight champion, freaking Alexander Volkanovski. So, two great, incredible fighters, and this is a big opportunity for both of them. Dustin Poirier is coming off his loss to Khabib, so it's a big shot against Dan Hooker, you know what I mean, to redeem himself, and also a big shot for Dan Hooker because it gives him the opportunity to shoot right up that ladder to be the next title contender.
You know who else is on that fight card? Platinum baby, Mike Perry.
Yeah,
I don't know why we like him, but we fucking like him a lot, dude.
He's got heart, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And he
gangster, absolute gangster.
He loves fighting, and he's stupid as hell. He's funny, man. He's a funny guy, and he fights with a lot of heart. Win or lose, he's going to try and kill you, and that's what we like. You know what I mean? Don't matter. He ain't quitting like this kid that frickin' fought the other night. You know what I mean?
Glenn's over here talking shit. Jesus
pissed.
Christ.
I'm mad.
Christ.
I'm mad. Okay.
Who else we got on this fight card? We got Luis Pena, the violent Bob Ross. I love that dude.
Oh yeah, Luis Pena.
He was on Tough. He was Daniel Cormier's team.
Yeah,
on the undefeated season. Cormier versus Miocic.
Yeah.
He's a great fighter. I mean, he's lost, I think, once or twice in UFC now.
Yeah,
but he's got a lot of skills, and he trains with the guys. Like, he's at AKA doing the work.
Yeah, he's a great fighter, man. We're a big fan.
Who else? We got Maurice Green. He's up and down. That's the dude with the tooth gap.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
cross-eyed.
about.
That dude's insane.
That dude trips me the hell out.
Yeah, he's
a good fighter. No, I like
sometimes
him.
not, but
he's kind of entertaining.
It's definitely worth the watch. He's fighting Gene Vellante. I know the name. I don't really know him that well.
Yeah, John Vellante.
Yeah.
He's good.
We got Sean Woodson. That's that boxer. I don't know who he fought last.
Oh, yeah, he was Contender Series.
Yeah,
Sean
exactly.
Woodson.
He's real good.
Yeah, he was
real
great.
good.
He landed some flying knee, Contender Series, knocked the kid out. Yeah, I think so. He's real lean.
Actually, tell me right here. It's a catchweight. It's at 150 pounds. There's a lot of catchweights lately. Dana hates catchweights.
Well, probably because of everything that's going on right now. Yeah. It's probably harder for some people to get to the weight they need to.
100%. I mean, as far as names that you're going to know, that's about it for this card. The main event alone makes it worth watching 100%. There's other people on there, but...
Yeah, I'm not familiar with a lot of them.
Yeah. It's going to be June 27th. I believe that's this coming Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
At the UFC Apex, so check that out for sure. It's
Start time 8.
Oh yeah, it's on ESPN, so you don't even need the app. Normally you need to have ESPN Plus.
Yeah, it'll be on
But this is
ESPN.
on TV, so you'll be good. Other than that, we got to do our shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple shout outs.
Mrs. Chelsea Lefebvre. We've been seeing her products from the Shea Shop.
Yep.
These things are incredible, man. She's this creator. She's got these little boxes. They're like coffin shaped.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I'm thinking that they're an ashtray, but that's because I'm a freaking pothead. But
yeah, we have no idea what they actually
either
are.
way,
But they're really
cool. Yeah, and you can find many uses for them. It's not the only thing she makes either. She's got these really cute little stuffed animals. She does like custom stitching on them. You can get your kid's birthday name and stuff.
I would love to get something like that for my daughter. That'd be awesome.
Oh, Aurora would love it. Yeah. She does like the custom prints for your water bottles. Like I got my Hydro Flask. Dude, I could deck it out. Get a Meet Me in the Basement Hydro Flask.
Shout out.
Yeah, from someone that I went to high school with and I used to be friends with, and like she's
that's
a nice
awesome.
person, and I love to support the people that like we actually know. So that's why we're doing this.
Yeah, that's a big part of what we want to do.
Absolutely. So shout out to the Shea Shop. You can check her out on Facebook and Instagram, just at the Shea Shop. Awesome stuff. Definitely recommend giving her a purchase because it's definitely some cool stuff on there. Like I said, if you want us to shout you out, all you got to do, again, reach us at MMITBpodcast@gmail.com. And until then, I think we're ready to sign off.
Yeah, and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all of that shit.
All of that.
And shout out to this mustache.
This mustache. Kid just showed up like this to my house.
Look at this.
I have neighbors, dude.
Honestly, I could probably put on a uniform and arrest you right now.
I don't know if that's the move you want to make right now. All right, we're gonna wrap it up though. We'll talk for hours if we just keep going. All right.
Later, guys.
I've always wanted to do that. Us.